Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Get Up and Glow with Robin, all things beauty, none of the baloney. And today we are going to be doing a very, well, hopefully quick tutorial, and it's a combination of two hacks, not to be confused with hack, highlight, and contour, but hack as in a beauty hack. And they're two that I picked up along the way from watching a few other beauty bloggers. And apparently they picked up one of these hacks from TikTok. Doesn't really matter. But anyway, we'll start with number one, using your setting spray as an under eye primer instead of under eye primer. Now, I have used a few under eye primers. Becca's anti-fatigue under eye primer, which is decent, and also Thrive Cosmetics under eye 4D, whatever it is, under eye primer, which is decent. But inevitably, my makeup always ends up creasing when I use any type of primer. And I have found that using a setting spray as a primer, that doesn't really happen. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Now, I have no makeup on the face. However, I do have under eye. I did put under eye cream on. You always want to make sure, if your skin is dry, it doesn't matter what you do. Your makeup's that dryness is gonna show through. So get yourself a really good eye cream. I love Perfectly Posh's pickup lines. And that has bucuchol, I don't know how to say it, but anyway, it's the retinol alternative, retinol alternative. The other one that I love is Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. Love that as well. But anyway, just make sure you take care of that skin, okay? Because you don't want, you want to prevent new wrinkles. You don't want to be dry and wrinkly. That's not a good time. So I'm going to take my Maskcara Stay Spray, which is our setting spray, and I'm just going to pop it on the back of my hand, and I'm going to pop it under my under eye, just like I'm applying an under eye primer. Now, I am not going to apply an under eye primer on this eye. I'm only going to apply it over here because I wanted you to see the difference of what it looks like without. Not that it's really going to show you over time the creasing, but it's very strange. Using the setting spray as a primer actually just makes the makeup look good or look better than when you don't. I can't explain it. Okay, we're gonna let that set. You do not want it to be tacky. If it feels tacky at all, it is not ready for your makeup. Now, one thing I like about the Maskcara 3D Beauty makeup is it is cream makeup. So, that being the case, it's not going to dry. Like liquids and powders there's a dry finish, okay? Even when you put liquid on, it dries, okay? And what ends up happening is when you smile, when you laugh, when you sneeze, whatever, there's some like cracking going on because it's just a dry finish on the face. Cream makeup moves with your skin. Talk to any professional. I am not a professional, but talk to any professional makeup artist, and they will talk to you about cream makeup and why they love to use it. All right, without further ado, this is my triple. I'm in love with this stuff, but how cool is it that all my stuff is in one palette? This is my triple decker, and this is my brightening highlight, my main highlight, and I'm gonna use my brightening highlight as my concealer. Now let me that's still a little tacky, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on this eye, which doesn't have any on, and I'm gonna use my multitasker brush, and I'm gonna use this end, which is like the flat end, and that's the skinny end. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna dip it, just tap it. I'm not scraping, I'm just tapping, I don't know if you can see that, into my brightening highlight. And this is the other hack that I learned for mature skin. And I'm going to do it on both eyes. And that is, instead of making that pizza pie slice triangle with your concealer under your eye. You're going to make a tiny one, and you're going to make it like in this area. Does that make sense? All right, let me just do it. You'll see what I'm saying. If I can find the side. Okay, there we go. So you're really just doing it a little triangle. When you have bags, wrinkles, crepey under eye area, you can definitely, I mean, I don't think there's a need to use as much concealer as some people do, but you can definitely use way more concealer. But when you tend to have under eye bags and wrinkles and deep set eyes, you're going to draw attention to all of that. So, and then I just take my ring finger being the weakest. Oh, I've been biting my nails. I'm sorry for how atrocious they look. And I'm just going to lightly let that cream melt onto my finger and in the eye area, and lightly bring it over. Okay. Rather than just smearing. I mean, you can always do another layer. If you feel like it's not giving you enough coverage, you can always do another little baby triangle and just do the same thing. Bring that over. If you had liquid, well, I still don't like the idea of dragging your finger under that eye area because it's a very delicate area, and it's especially delicate when it's wrinkled and crepey, like my 49-year-old eyes. And I'm bringing it out, bringing it over and out, and just over and over. Just, yes, it's a little more time consuming, okay? But look, I mean, I have nice coverage, and I'm not calling attention to the bags or the wrinkles yet. This eye will eventually be, it's going to crease because I didn't do anything to treat that under eye area. So, looks a little brighter, right? Looks nice, other than you can still see some wrinklage there. But again, I didn't prime or do anything. And that's going to get worse because the makeup is going to crease into that area because I didn't do anything. Now, what I'm going to do is work on this eye. And strangely enough, using that setting spray just allows my brightening highlight, or AKA concealer, to look, I can't ever see, to look more natural, I guess, and provide a more natural finish, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to bring that over, and then I'm going to do another layer, just like I did on the other. I do not have COVID. Please do not be concerned. I have bad habits. And allergies. Woohoo! Let's hear it for allergies and that post-nasal drip. Yeehaw. 2020. Good times. Okay. And let that melt. And bring it over. Now remember, I used the setting spray, which I like Stay Spray. I also like Urban Decay All Nighter. But Stay Spray is definitely, I just love it. It's long lasting and it works really well with the makeup. But it should, because it's mascara setting spray. I guess I'm a little biased, but not really, because I love the makeup. I love the brand, so of course I sell it. Yeah, I know. Pyramid scheme, whatever. Okay, now, see the difference? Look. Look at the difference. It does a better job. So using your setting spray and making the little tiny triangle and just gently pressing and bringing that over Looks way more natural. Look. Looks way more natural than this side. Now, the second part of that setting spray hack is you spray your oh, I just sprayed the phone. Whatever. You spray your slightly damp Perfector sponge and work that in. Hopefully I didn't get it on the lens. I can't believe I did that. I'm not editing it out either. I'm just not. Who cares, right? This is real life, guys. Okay, and now I'm just gonna lightly press over that, and what that does is pick up the excess cream. And that wasn't actually the second half of the hack, so I lied. The second hack of the hack, the second part of the hack is using a setting powder, a really good setting powder over that area. And I'm going to use my Power Powder. All of our brushes are two-sided and they're the price of one, so that's really good. And I'm going to tap into my Vanilla Dust setting powder, which is, surprise, mascara. And I'm just going to go over what I just did. I'll do it on both eyes. And just press, not sweep, not poof, press a tiny bit of setting powder on that concealer. Okay? Very easy. Easy, easy peasy. You can also press it with your damp beauty blender, but I feel like that's going to just pick up too much powder, and you definitely don't want too much of anything under the eye, because when you put too much of anything under the eye, it's going to call attention to the things that you don't want it to call attention to. All right, now we're going to spray, this time I'll do it this way. I'm going to spray that beauty blender again, work it in, and just lightly tap that over the powder. Might seem like a lot of work, guys, but it's totally worth it. Because I'm telling you, your shiz will not crease with this. Now look at the difference. Still have bags, still have wrinkles, but the makeup is not calling attention to it. And it's not going to crease later. I don't know what the mechanism is between the setting spray and the setting powder, and applying it in that order. Setting spray first, then your concealer, then I always go in with the sponge just because I don't want to have 5 layers under my eyes. And then the setting powder and the setting spray again. I just know that it works, and it looks way more natural when I smile. This eye is brighter. So this is what I see. This eye is brighter, and the wrinkles and the bags are less pronounced. Now, if you have like really deep set bags, you can take the pointy end of your, or some sort of pointy ended brush. This is from the Multitasker. You go back into that brightening highlight and just dab that in. And check this, peep this. You can kind of fill in just the crevice, you guys, of that circle. Watch, this is cool. I can do it, right? Okay, we'll just let that set for a second. We will blend it. Relax. And I think I might use my finger. Okay. And now when I put the rest of my makeup on, this is more flush with my skin. Does that make sense? See how it just blurs out that crevice of that bag? So that's kind of cool, right? Anyway, those are my tips and tricks that I picked up along the way. So 1, setting spray as a primer, let it dry all the way, no tacky skin, then put your concealer on, but only in this little area. Use your ring finger, which is the weakest finger, to gently pat the concealer or your brightening highlight over. Make sure you have your damp Perfector sponge, not wet. It should feel cool on the skin, damp. Perfector sponge handy, and either your Stay Spray or your Urban Decay or whatever long wearing spray. It should be a long wearing spray. Those luminous primers, those are not long wearing. At least I've yet to find one that is. And also luminous, stay away don't put, if you're using highlighter or anything like that, blush, stay away from that area. Stay away. Don't put blush here, and stay away from this area right here, because anything luminous will also call attention to circles and wrinkles and bags and pores. It just, sorry, if you want to use highlighter and whatnot, fine, but just use a very small amount. Be conservative with it. That's just my 2 cents. Okay, so what do you think, you guys? Side with setting spray, side with no setting spray. Look at the difference. Didn't color correct either side. Look at the difference. Pretty snazzy, huh? All right. Thanks for joining. Shelly, have fun at the wedding. I did this tonight especially for you, my friend. But I'm glad I finally got it done. See you guys later. Check me out on Facebook. My group information is in the comments below, my websites, all of that good stuff. Thanks for joining. Have a lovely evening.